if you select some data from your database, then you can also present your results in a certain order, certain order which refers to a column or a column list. And if we want to do that, then we add another part of our statement. We add here this order by part. And after the order by, there should be a column list, at least one column. And optionally, we can say ascending or descending. What does ascending or descending mean? Ascending actually is the standard, and ascending means that we sort from A to Z or from smallest to largest if we have some values in this column. So it refers to the column which is named here, and we say that we want to sort from A to Z or from smallest to largest. And vice versa, if we have the descending named here with the 4 letters DESC, then we mean that we want to sort descending from Z to A or from largest to smallest. And we can add this part here for all statements. We can add it for statements where we have this where conditions, where clause, or we can use it also where we do not have the where clause. So it doesn't matter if the where clause is present, the order by can be used in any case. There is an example here, a small example where we again refer to our customer table in our online database, and we see that we have the customer name, the city, and the postal code as the columns to which we want to refer in our customers table. And we want to make some sorting on our city column, and also some sorting for our postal code column. So both columns are selected in the result, and both columns should be sorted in a certain way. Descending for the city means that we have first the cities with C, then with the other letters, and for the postal code we want to make it ascending. It means we start with the smaller postal codes. The statement for this case looks like that. We have the select, then after the select, the naming of the columns, customer name, city, postal code, from the table customers, of course, and then we add this order by city descending from Z to A, and for the postal code we want to make it ascending from smaller to larger postal codes. Let's have a look at our online database, how that works. So I prepared it here, the select statement with the selection of the columns from the customers table and this certain ordering for our two columns. We run that here, and we see that we first get, of course, the columns which we want to select, customer name, city, and postal code. And we get it, if you look into detail, in a certain order. So we first see that we have the order city and descending. So we start with the cities beginning from Z. And if you look into the cities column, then we see that it starts with Walla Walla, Versailles, Vancouver, Tawassen, Sevilla, and so on. And we see that we come closer to the A cities when we look in this column here. And then there is this second order criterion, postal code ascending. Now let's first look at the postal code column. Is it sorted ascending? Does it start with the lowest postal code? No, obviously here it is not the lowest postal code. There are other postal codes which are lower, but there is a certain sorting. If you look into the postal code, must be a certain sorting because we named it here in the order by criterion. And let's have a look especially at Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo, there are several customers coming from Sao Paulo. And then if we see there is Sao Paulo here, and if we have customers from the same city, then the second order criteria is starting. It is sorted regarding the postal code. And if we now look into the details, then we see it starts here with the lowest postal code in Sao Paulo, then the second lowest postal code in Sao Paulo, and so on. The largest postal code in Sao Paulo is here. So the second order by criteria does not mean that it's sorted at the same time regarding this criteria. It's sorted only if in the first criterion there are equal values. So in Sao Paulo, for instance, there are several customers living, and then it's sorted, it can be sorted regarding the postal code for this equal values Sao Paulo. We can look at some other parts of this result. For example, here, Mexico, customers living in Mexico. There are several customers living in Mexico. And then you see here that it's sorted regarding the postal code. It starts with the lowest postal code in Mexico, and here are the larger postal codes. So the second order by criterion regards to sorting if in the first criterion is an equal value.